Good evening, gay trad cats. Father John here. Um, Decided I was going to go to bed. But then I started thinking, and when I start thinking, I can't sleep. So after this video, I'm going to bed. But I started thinking about this topic um, right after I posted a video discussing forgiveness towards bigots and homophobes, etc., from a Catholic perspective, from a priest perspective. And so then I started thinking in lines of gay trad cats, which I am one. And now I'm not in union with Rome. I used to be. And I almost went to Roman Catholic Seminary, but I couldn't do it. Because I could not hide who I am, who God made me to be. And traditional heterosexual Catholics out there can condemn me, damn me, whatever they want. That's fine. That's their right to do so. They can call me all sorts of filthy names. I forgive. But I started to think about the Holy Church. And I love the Pope. I have a spiritual allegiance to the Pope. I know that may sound strange since I am a Roman in exile. I'm outside of the authority of the Pope and the Roman Catholic Church, being an independent priest. Excuse me. I've been sick the last week, and excuse me. But I was thinking about this though. The church is the church, all right? And I've noticed a lot. There's anger. Clearly, there's a lot of anger towards Rome, and rightfully so. But I think in many ways we have a misplacement with our anger, that we are not venting our anger towards the church appropriately. And what is an appropriate way to vent our anger towards the church without being sacrilegious and blasphemous? And I believe it is praying for the church. If that's the Leonine prayers after the Mass, St. Michael, the Hail Holy Queen, and the 30 Hail Marys, and the Sacred Heart of Jesus, have mercy upon us. But we should be praying for the church. Now, I'm not going to get into a debate what the church should allow, what shouldn't the church allow. I personally, and I've been condemned by priests for this, and let them. But my bishop, myself, we extend the Holy Sacrament of Matrimony to same-sex couples. If they are practicing Catholics, are going to raise their children Catholic, and so forth, etc. We extend the Sacrament of Holy Matrimony. And I'm not going to go into all the nitty-gritty of that, but it's the exact same ritual that we would offer for heterosexuals, except it's 2 men or 2 women. And I have no problem with that. I sleep very well at night. But I think my point is this. We need to pray for the church. And one of the greatest things that the devil likes to do, and I mentioned this in my last video, Satan likes to make people fulfill his will by making them believe they are fulfilling God's, that they are doing God's work, when in reality they are doing the work of the devil. And I'm referring to cardinals and bishops and priests, not who just condemn us or damn us, but cardinals who have made horrific comments in the past, mostly African cardinals, that we have forfeited our lives. They're quoting Leviticus inappropriately. I'll make a video on the historical context of Levitical law. Trust me, I will do that. But that's not for tonight. But we have to forgive. We really need to forgive. And for ourselves and our salvation. Yoda wisdom. Anger leads to hatred, and hatred leads to suffering. We're talking about personal suffering. When we should be conforming to the cross of Christ and suffering with Jesus during the holy sacrifice of the Mass within the most blessed sacrament of the altar. And when we vent and we say horrific things on Facebook against the church, there is only one church. Let's remember that. There is one church. And that's the boat of St. Peter. I see independent priests and parishes and parish missions, etc., as lifeboats outside of the boat of St. Peter. We've had to remove ourselves from papal unity, which it's upsetting, trust me. It does bother me. And we're in lifeboats around the church. But there is only one church. All right? The Orthodox is part of the one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church, acquired by Christ at the price of his blood. There's no argument about it. But we're in these lifeboats, and we need to fulfill our baptismal promises still. And we cannot be sacrilegious and blasphemous toward the Holy See or toward the church. We can have our disagreements. We can have discussion. We can have debate. We can have argument. We can condemn in a holy manner things which have been said that should never have been said. But my point is, I believe we need to channel our anger in a holy fashion, and that is prayer. And there is no better prayer for this, and I recommend it, the long version of the St. Michael prayer composed by Pope Leo XIII. And I believe that independent priests out there, independent Catholics, and just Catholics in general, gay Catholics, gay trad-cats, whoever, we should be reciting this very holy prayer for the church and for the priests, bishops, and the Holy Father. And I will close with this prayer and with blessing. Nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. O glorious Archangel Saint Michael, Prince of the heavenly host, be our defense in the terrible warfare which we carry on against principalities and powers, against the rulers of this world of darkness, spirits of evil. Come to the aid of man whom God created immortal, made in his own image and likeness, and redeemed at a great price from the tyranny of the devil. Fight this day the battle of the Lord together with the holy angels, as already thou hast fought the leader of the proud angels, Lucifer, and his apostate host, who were powerless to resist thee, nor was there place for them any longer in heaven. That ancient serpent who is called the devil or Satan, who seduces the whole world, was cast into the abyss with his angels. Behold, this primeval enemy and slayer of men has taken courage, transformed into an angel of light. He wanders about with all the multitude of wicked spirits, invading the earth in order to blot out the name of God and of his Christ, to seize upon, slay, and cast into eternal perdition souls destined for the crown of eternal glory. This wicked dragon pours out, as a most impure flood, the venom of his malice on men of depraved mind and corrupt heart, the spirit of lying, of impiety, of blasphemy, and the pestilent breath of impurity, and of every vice and iniquity. These most crafty enemies have filled and inebriated with gall and bitterness the church, the spouse of the immaculate Lamb, and have laid impious hands on her most sacred possessions. In the holy place itself, where has been set up the see of the most holy Peter and the chair of truth, for the light of the world. They have raised the throne of their abominable impiety with the iniquitous design that when the pastor has been struck down, the sheep may be scattered. Arise then, O invincible prince, bring help against the attacks of the lost spirits to the people of God, and give them the victory. They venerate thee as their protector and patron, and thee, Holy Church, glorifies as her defense against the malicious power of hell. To thee has God entrusted the souls of the redeemed to be led into heaven. O pray to the God of peace that he may put Satan under our feet, so far conquered that he may no longer be able to hold men in captivity and harm the church. Offer our prayers in the sight of the Most High, so that they may quickly conciliate the mercies of the Lord. And beating down the dragon, the ancient serpent who is the devil and Satan, do thou again make him captive in the abyss, that he may no longer seduce the nations. Amen. Benedicat custodinos omnipotentia misericordiae Dominus, Pater et Filius, Spiritus Sanctus. Amen. And God love you.